Today we're going to talk about the psychological song. When we like a song, we play it over and over again. Such song normally brings us memories, good or bad, depending on what the song is about. Songs almost always bring us some type of feelings. Many can get used to listening to a song, but others don't like it, so ask you to change the station. The same thing happens with the psychological song. We have a psychological song. That is, a number of narratives that we usually repeat over and over again. Some songs are public and others are private. We share or sing them to other people, always narrating the same problem, the same situation, the same circumstances that we lived or went through. Many times there are people that like self-pitying themselves, telling all the sufferings that they had through their life, that they were mistreated, went through this and that, but they don't say it only as an experience of life, but rather as a form of self-pity. As if life owes me so much because it has made me suffer a lot. That is the mentality of those singers, and they look for friends who can listen to their psychological song. They're always like, no, I have suffered a lot in my life. I went through so much. People shouldn't have treated me like that. I didn't deserve it. And they constantly repeat it over and over again. Such people always share the same story. They always sing the same song. And you eventually get tired of hearing it, so you try to explain. I know you went through that, but why don't you get over it? Move on. Stop hanging to the past. That person might get angry thinking we are a bad friend that don't comprehend them. But how could we ask for comprehension if we don't comprehend ourselves? This is a delicate subject because we love to tell our problems to others and it becomes a habit. Yet we fail to realize exactly the song that we are singing. There are different reasons why we do it. It could be self-pitying or to make others feel sorry for us or out of pride. Like we endured so many hardships when we first started working, living in the streets, etc. It turns out that every time we remind ourselves or narrate the same story, thinking in the past, we are wasting a lot of energy, and without realizing it, we end up really tired and perhaps with a headache. Gnosis invites us to eliminate that psychological song. But how do we do it? By changing our behavior, letting go of the past, because if we live in the past, we can't move forward. It is also interesting to note that there are psychological songs that are private. You may have suffered a lot in your past. Maybe you were bullied in school. There are singers who do not tell others what they lived, but nevertheless, within themselves, they always remember those events. So they feel that nobody loves them, that nobody values them, that nobody respects them, that he or she is ugly, that they said so many things in the past, and as such is affected by those old comments and unconsciously repeats that constantly. This person does not sing that song to other people, only to himself all the time. This is very worrying because without realizing it, life becomes monotonous, boring, full of frustrations, and this is dangerous as it can lead to depression and self-sabotage. That is why we have to eliminate our psychological song. We are letting our inner state and emotions be affected by what other people say or have said. If they congratulate us, we feel happy. If they criticize us, we feel bad. But remember, what this person said will only affect you if you let it affect you. Master Samael invites us to put ourselves in the middle of a magic circle. When someone insults us, those comments are reflected back to them. If something happens, that too is reflected back, not letting the circumstances affect you. Someone can tell you something, but what matters is what you believe about yourself. We need an internal balance, eliminating that song, those defects that we have set inside ourselves to go on. Because the level of being is related with our relations, our social status, and depending on our inner state, we will attract certain people. For example, drug addicts get along with people that like drugs, alcoholics with people that like to drink, musicians with people who share the same musical styles, etc. Our level of being is related to our inner state. To climb to a higher level of being, we have to eliminate that psychological song. We can listen to our own psychological song. So let's go. Let's begin to study our psychological song in order to eliminate it. See you in the next video. Thank you very much for your time.